Well, hello and welcome back. Now, before we get started, I need to explain that I've got hubby in bed poorly, so that's why it's a bit quiet today. So just pop your volume up and you'll be able to hear me better. Also, I've got the windows open for some air and it's actually pouring down with rain, so you may hear the sound of pouring rain. So it's Thursday, we're on our collage page. So this was the one we did last week. We did the stacked chair, which was week 35. And of course I haven't got my square, have I? I need to go and find my square, just a second. Okay, so I've found my square. Although I feel like it wasn't really worth looking for, because week 36 is which animals and insects make distinctively identifiable sounds collage with these creatures. Right, well, I've had a little think about that because I did know that was coming, because I've nosed through, which is why I'd put it in a different place, and I've picked out this beautiful owl, beautiful owl, a very distinctive sound. I did also pick out this beautiful stag. Both of these are from those calendar pages, but to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what noise a stag makes, so I think I'm going to reject that one and I'm going to work with this beautiful owl. And whereas I normally put down a back page, I have actually torn up book pages. I've got a spare one here in case I haven't got enough, that basically are all about animals from an encyclopedia. And I thought this week it would be nice, because this is such a beautiful picture of an owl, just to have the words in the collage. I've also picked out dictionary for animal, insect and noise. So there you go. And I've got some plain pieces off the edges as well, and I've pulled out this large picture that was just there, and there's another picture that was part of these word pages. So I'm just going to set to and start sticking down bits of book page. Doesn't get much simpler than that, really, does it? So I trust everybody's happy, safe and well. Very much cooler here, obviously, with the rain, so that's good news as far as I'm concerned. Don't mind a bit of rain. The gardens definitely need it. I know when hubby walked the dog the other night, he said the ground over where they go down by the canal was still very dry and cracked, and yeah, wasn't, you know, very nice at all. So we definitely need it. So as you can see, there's real no thinking here today. I'm just going for it, sticking on these torn pieces very randomly, just trying to make sure that they don't match up square. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to put that one. I just don't want any squares. I want them obviously overlapping and a bit mishmash, really. That might be a good place to put that picture. Where did that picture go? Here. I think that's a good place. There's the story of the snake and the rabbit. I don't know if anyone knows that story. It's quite interesting. And we've got that there. Don't know how much of it we'll see once we get our big owl on, but I just thought that owl had so much character and life that we didn't want to detract from it by having colours in the background. That was my thinking on that. So there you go. I'm turn that one round that way. I can always tear it off when we've finished. And then we've got this thin bit here. I'm going to put that's from the encyclopedia, not from the actual dictionary. Need more glue, always need more glue. I noticed when I was watching Melanie from the Treasured Page the other day, she was having another little moan about glues, which I totally understand. You know, when the main task you do is glue things down, it's quite important that you've got a glue that you like, glue that you trust. And she's obviously been testing out lots of glues and struggling, and she obviously was saying that she loves Fabri-Tac. It does what it says on the tin, as it were. And Clow, well, I must admit, I love Clow. Not a fan of, see, we did have enough. I suppose we could finish up the top. I'm not a fan of Fabri-Tac, to be honest, but I do love Clow. And oddly, this glue stick that I've got in my hand, when I went shopping at the weekend, for some reason I couldn't get any of my normal Pritt stick. There was no Pritt stick to be had. I think I said this to you a few weeks ago. I had a similar problem. So I was in not Poundland, the other one, no, not B&M, and they had these in packs of 5, and I was like, packs of 5, it's so cheap, it's probably gonna be complete rubbish. But I tell you what, I've been using it since early this morning, because I've been up since about 3 o'clock, and I can't fault it. It's soft, it's creamy, it feels like it's working for me. We'll see if I still feel like that in a few days' time, but at the moment, yeah. And then I thought, if we bring him in, see, it's really short and sweet today, isn't it? Bring him in there like so. You can just see the insect there. You can see the animal down here, and I thought I would probably put the noise on the twig like that. But I just think, you know, he's so beautiful, he doesn't need any rubbish going on behind him. And as I said, look, this is part of that calendar, you can see that. So it's really sort of short and sweet today. And I've got no real stories to tell you. It's all just, you know, same old, really. I managed to get out yesterday before the rain came down, so that was nice. And I got the compost that I needed, so I spent some time in the garden and got my bulbs in their pots. And of course I put glue all over that now, haven't I? But anyway, so that felt like a job well done, as they say. That felt good. Been meaning to do that for some time. And then we want this one, which says noise, on that branch. Actually, if I thought about it, I could have put all 3 of them across the branch, couldn't I? Never mind. I'm going to pop that one across there like that. close this up because we're finished with that. But turn my page over and get rid of all of these extra bits that we don't need. So I'm going to cut this one off here, like so, and that, and get rid of this one. And of course all those bits of paper and glue has made it quite a stiff page now. There we go. Bring that back over. And there he is. Beautiful, beautiful barn owl. And it is very, very simple, but sometimes simple's what's needed, I think. So I'm just going to chop that bit off because that's where the perforation is for the page. Okay. So, open it back out, pop that down now. Ink up our little square. And away we go. That's going to go on there like that. Whoops. And that is, as they say, another one put to bed. I'm hoping for much more interesting prompts next week, because I feel like that was a bit I think we ended up with something that was more than acceptable, but I couldn't get overly inspired by that. So let's hope for something better next week. So there you go. As always, I'd like to say a very big thank you for coming to spend time with me today. It's always appreciated. Stay safe, happy crafting. I'll be back with you very soon. Bye bye for now.